for that. Time I was dying and out. Had to bring grinding back. Doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make off with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Breed on with the game now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a ring now. Legendary on the field. Kinda drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing just to heal. Slip on, spin move, in zone, scope. Scope for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Denver Broncos. Fielded in the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Lindsay on the carry.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Third down.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. To throw in his lock. That's going to be caught by Judy. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. This is taken at about the 14. 55-yard punt, 11 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Check 26.
Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Yard line.
March 47. March 47. So don't say no. Twist.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
7-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From just shy of midfield, Ryan. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Under 10. 10.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos are going to get it at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Not much there, only a yard.
At at the 21-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score, Falcons 7, Broncos nothing.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Now the Broncos' big-ticket acquisition. It's Melvin Gordon. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Darquez Denard.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
From the gun on third down, Locke. Open man is Gordon, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
First down, Broncos.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort of Grady Jarrett. Now on second and 13. Locke. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Denver.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Locke now to throw. Screen pass to Lindsey. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Switch. 61. Matchbox. Light. Box trap.
Looking to throw again on second down. Locke. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Jerry Jeudy there. And it's third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Throwing his Locke on third down. Got a man, it's Jeudy, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line. First down Broncos as Locke finds Jeudy. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now Locke again. And his throw is incomplete. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. It's a foot race past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Coup for the extra point.
For the point after.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Falcons 14, Broncos nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Locke working out of the gun. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
And there's a run there by Todd Gurley. We all know he's looking to rebound from the least productive season of his career. And I think Atlanta presents him a great opportunity to do just that. They'll use him really well running it as well as catching it out of the backfield.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Lindsey on the toss left. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. I know people see Phillip Lindsay's role in Denver changing a bit with the arrival of Melvin Gordon, but I think Gordon's going to be more of an enhancement for Lindsay. Maybe he won't carry it as often, but now he'll be much more effective as a two-headed monster in the backfield. Both of them can run it inside, get to the perimeter, and catch the ball in the backfield and move the sticks. What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield. And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Flushed out right. He completes it to Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
26-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the shotgun, Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons push further out in front.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And a route is on here in this first half.
Kickoff for the Falcons.
And this carries into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Shotgun snap to Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Denver.
Throwing on first down is Locke. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Locke. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. A final shot before half for Locke. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
McManus to kick off for Denver.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Taken about 7 yards deep.
This ain't no high school football.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. And this will be incomplete.
Ryan's pass.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike 42, Mike 42. He don't know no better.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
36. Back.
From the gun, Ryan. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Hamler now on the return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10.
39-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, the good news, they got the stop defensively. The bad news, this is a huge hole that they're in right now. How do they start to dig out of it?
That's a great question because we're not even going to talk about how do they win it, right? We want to see how they can kind of claw back and at least make themselves feel better about the game because this one is likely out of reach, but maybe one possession at a time. Try and play a little bit better and have some respect when you come out of the game.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
To throw on 3rd down. Lock. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. This is taken at the 10. A 55-yard punt that time with a return of about 14. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Gurley again here on first down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
Back at the 38-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13. Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete.
You gotta love it, baby. Give me some more.
Falcons. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Sterling Hoff-Richter.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taken in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Operating from the gun. Lock. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Takk McKinley. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
But coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Again, they run with Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
At the 46.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They go play action with Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan now with 5 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And this offense is running away with this one.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Fielded in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And here we are, almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he powers his way up past the 30. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the 3rd quarter.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 33 and a first. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. Had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
To the 48-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They get this out quickly to the left side, but he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Oh, and it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Alexander Johnson. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Their own 48-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Falcons.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Little flip of fortune. They had a chance to possibly pin him deep, but out of bounds, and now they'll start at the 40.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Squeeze, get in there. Lock it. Come on, let's go.
Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
He's brought down by...
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Locke got Gordon open, completes it. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Locke. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the rookie A.J. Terrell. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Ryan wants to throw it. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted by the Broncos. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Falcons, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy the